Hi, I'm Seth Westfall. I'm the Director of Golf here at QUERENCIA Golf and Beach Club in beautiful Los Cabos, Mexico. And today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about course management. We're standing on our fourth hole, which is a signature par 5 hole with an arroyo all up the left side and a green that sits out kind of over the top of the arroyo on a dog leg left kind of fashion. And we get a lot of people out here who playing the course for the first time or who are just more aggressive players that would go for a shot like this. This is where I'm at. I've hit a nice drive out into the middle of the fairway. I'm about 235, 240 from the front edge of the green. And there's a bunker over here on our right-hand side that's only about 160 yards from where I stand. Now, I would say that 90% of the people I play with would go ahead, they've hit a great drive, and they'd go ahead and wing it. They'd go for this. And I would admonish you to at least consider the possibility that laying up and having a wedge into the green, especially this green, might actually have better effects over and over again. And that's a game of golf. That's what you play. Obviously, we practice on the range and we spend some time and we build these skill sets, and then it's all about putting those skill sets to use. And you've got to be able to make smart decisions when it comes to that. So when you are met with a decision like this, here's the question you ask yourself. If I was going to hit each of these shots 100 times, what would be my highest percentage? So if I was going to go ahead and go for that beautiful green with a 3-wood or 5-wood, or those of you who get to hit a long iron there, congratulations. Go for that green, 1 or 2 putt, make my eagle or birdie, and again, keep in mind that we have to carry an arroyo over there. There's an arroyo off the left. It's an infinity style green, so over the back runs into arroyo. Very difficult kind of dome-shaped green to work at, versus going ahead and playing up here up the right-hand side. You could probably lay up at 150 to 160 yards from where I'm standing, which gives you about 120 yards into the green. Lots of opportunity, especially depending on where the pin is. And the question is if you played that from this location, if you played 100 times both ways, what would be your best percentage? Now, of course, if we're playing a match play event and our partner has hit a great shot or a terrible shot, that might make the decision for us, who are playing competitor, because we might decide to take the safer route, which would generally be the layup and wedge, or we might be in the rears and need to kind of catch up, and this might be an opportunity, and then go ahead and hit at that green sticking out there with the wood. And also, depending on the type of game we're playing, of course, right? So I don't know what kind of games you get in with your family and friends. But the idea being that you should understand which play is better for you. Now, if you're a terrible wedge player, then go ahead and swing away. Likely that fairway wood or hybrid to the green would be your best option. But if you're someone who feels really confident about your wedges, there's no reason to go for that green. It's a very low percentage play for majority of the people. Let your wedge and your putter do your talking. And it would really behoove you to do this even when you're out just practicing and messing around with friends, is to understand what the highest percentage play is for you long term, and to make that over and over again. Because when it comes to a competitive event, you want to be able to make that decision really simple and really easy, because you know what kind of player you are, you know where your strengths are. And I think that's a key that a lot of amateurs miss out. I think that it's important that you understand what your strengths and weaknesses are. Go ahead, work on those weaknesses. But there's guys on the PGA Tour, guys and gals on the PGA and LPGA Tour today, who didn't worry about their weaknesses. They just focused on their strengths, and they played to them as hard and as fast as they could. Whether it was length or accuracy or wedge game or around the greens, it's okay to do that. So understand your game and understand which is better for you out here, especially as a new younger player. Again, there's nothing wrong with trying for the shot once in a while and tin cupping it. That's a valid and fun thing to do. But I'm telling you, day in and day out, there's a lot more birdies to be made from laying up over here next to this bunker, super wide fairway, wedge in your hand, hopefully coming into the green, versus trying to carry a ball 235 over an arroyo to a 245 front of the green. And again, a domed green that can be tough to hold, so even if you get there, likely you'll be chipping from the back. Again, a little bit of information can make all the difference. Think your way through this game, and it shouldn't affect pace of play. It should actually speed up pace of play, because you'll step up to this not having to make a tough decision. You'll know what your game is, what's available to you, and how to play with it. A little bit of information, make all the difference. Enjoy yourselves out there. Thank you.